everybody, it is Calxiyn here. Today we are doing the Neo theory.
Oh, the Neo theory.
The only Neo theory that was ever existed, yes. So this is a pretty quick theory. This was left in our server by somebody that's no longer there anymore.
Oh.
Sorel, he sent this to me. I don't know if he made it. He probably did, but we're gonna read it out anyway because I wanted to do this for a while.
When have we felt bad about stealing other people's shit?
I know, it's
really?
okay. If you don't want your stuff to be stolen and you'd like to recommend or make us do a video instead on something that you like, you can become a Patreon. And when you become a Patreon, you can get video tickets, and those video tickets will make us make a video about whatever you feel like. And so you guys can look at that if you want. Or you can join our Discord server, and maybe when you leave the server, I will just take whatever I feel like. But yeah, credit to him for this. So this is actually a pretty short one. Neo is the result of an Atlas experiment of combining auras. Since Penny is the first synthetic human combined with aura, so that was a weird sentence. Since Penny is the first synthetic human combined with aura, basically they had to experiment on how to combine an aura with a robot person kind of thing. And so what they're saying is that Neo was kind of somebody that was experimented on in order to do this, right? And so, the abuse made her mute, and that's why there are 3 colors, 3 circles in her emblem, and 3 disguises. Neo is all the personalities together. One is a little girl, Neo with green eyes, the other one is with pink eyes, and there may be a last one that we haven't seen. So yeah, we see 3 disguises. We see the girl with the black hair and the green eyes. So that's basically, this is almost a multiple personality thing, but also their auras have fused together and they've also become one person.
I've seen multiple personality business with Neo a lot in fanfiction.
Yeah.
That's a popular idea.
And so, and if you also think of Neapolitan ice cream, it's 3 flavors, right? And so you get the chocolate flavor, which is the best one. You get strawberry, and then vanilla is just somewhere at the bottom. You know.
I would say like it appeases everyone. You know, there's chocolate for the
so
exciting people, vanilla for the boring people, and
strawberry for if
pedophiles.
you want to be some adventurous.
For the pedophiles.
Okay. This video is gonna get taken down or something, like ad stricken, and it's gonna be all your fault. Anyways, so the reason why I brought up the ice cream thing is because, like, kind of what you said, the, like, chocolate is for blank. But the reason why I brought that up is because you're saying that it's a perfect combination, like, it appeases all people. And so maybe they were trying to make somebody who was superhuman, like Penny would sort of be, like someone who was, a perfect combination of things, right? And so if you think of Neo, she's a good fighter, she's good at kind of being stealthy and disguising herself, and she's good at a bunch of other stuff, like driving the airship and stuff. Like, she has a lot of traits that make her valuable, you know what I mean? Like, she's very skilled. And so it would make sense if they tried to combine people's auras of maybe people that were dying, because that's what a lot of people think that Penny was. Like, the last chance to save a girl with, like, kind of like whatever the equivalent and remnant is of cancer, you know what I mean? Like somebody who had a disease.
Magical cancer!
Somebody who had a disease and their body was deteriorating, so they put into the robot. Like, maybe all of these people were, like, dying, and so Atlas decided, hey, they're gonna die anyway, let's experiment on them, and that's how Neo was formed, and they kind of put Neo in a healthy body, so to speak. And so they took all the traits from these, like, people, and they kind of made the perfect person, almost. Like, a strong person. And so, yeah, and so you kind of see that in her disguise, too. Like, there's a little girl with the green eyes, right? And that could have been one of the, like, one of them. And that could have been the very skilled fighter, maybe? Like, I don't know. And then you have, the girl with pink eyes. Maybe it's the girl driving the airship, since the airship girl has red hair or something, I think. And so, that's the strawberry one, you know, the skilled one who's very stealthy, she knows how to drive an airship, like the one who's very skilled. And then there's, they're saying that there's a last one that we haven't seen yet. So if you think about it, the girl on the airship, I'm pretty sure the disguise on the airship has pink hair, like red hair, right? The little girl has black hair, and so the last one would have white hair if you think about it, right? Because even though they're a little off the actual Neapolitan thing, when you mix them together, the colors would change, right? At least that's how it works in my head. And so black would become brown, the magenta pink would just become a lighter pink, And then vanilla would be vanilla, because if you think about it, now that they have to share a space, they've all been kind of dialed back, right? So black is like a lesser black, pink is a less vibrant pink, and then vanilla is just vanilla, and we haven't seen that person yet. That's kind of what they're saying. And then maybe vanilla is the most sparse one, because Neo only has one vanilla streak in her hair.
And because, my god, who fucking likes vanilla?
I know. But you know what I'm saying, right? Is that it could be that, like, those were the original people, and then when they're together and working as one, their colors are dialed back. You know what I mean? Because they're all sharing, almost. And so when there's only one of them, like the black-haired girl or the magenta-haired girl driving the airship, then that's their full self. You know what I mean? And it's not dialed back anymore. Do you feel me?
Yes.
And so I like that the abuse made her mute. I feel like that's good, but I think that she
You
is gonna
like-
talk.
That's fucked up, out of context.
And then the 3 circles in her emblem make sense, right? Because if you think about it, like, it's almost like 3 different heads, right? It's like a Hydra sort of thing. You know, you cut one head off and 3 more come out. It's kind of like Neo, right? You have 1 head, but then 3 people inside. And then the 3 colors, obviously. So there's not much more to the theory than that. We don't really know a lot about Neo, so there isn't really... I don't want to say there's no proof. Like, I feel like there is evidence right there, but it's a loose theory. Like, it's more of a, like... maybe this is why stuff is like that, you know?
I like the idea of her being, of Neo
it's more
being
of an
like...
idea with some evidence. Like, that's what it is, you know? And
it's a shot in the dark.
Kinda. Like, because if you think of some of our theories have been really evidence-based, and some of them have been more, hey, this thing happened, and this would be cool, so we're gonna talk about it. This is kind of like a mix of one of those things. Like, there's a theory scale, like, serious and then kind of loose. Like, this is a 5. I feel like this is a good 5 or a good, maybe 4, like, on that scale, is that this is something that's cool. It has some evidence surrounding it, but we need more information. That's just kind of what it is. And so, I don't know, Hunter, like, what do you think?
There's aspects of this, I see this less as like a theory and more of a headcanon, just because I'm like that. But when you think of the idea of like the origins of Neo, I really like the idea that she was sort of a penny experiment or just some general experiment of some shady variety, and that because it would make sense that like if Roman found Neo, I always kind of like the idea of Neo being with Cinder more, because actually, no, I like both of them equally. But when it comes to the origins of her, it's likely because he's so, like, whoever she comes from, she's so, like, they're so shady.
Much smarter than Roman.
Yeah, but either Roman, especially in Chibi, by God. But, like, when you look at, like, Roman and Cinder, they would be the type of people to be in shady situations. And would be
Watts
involved
too, right?
Yes.
Watts reads to me as a mad scientist, sort of like on Merlot level. I feel like this would be a Merlot thing to do.
Absolutely.
Like that Merlot, even though he's hiding out somewhere, he was the one that did this. Maybe not necessarily Atlas, but I like the idea that Atlas is corrupted, so maybe they did this too. I don't know.
Well, I mean...
Or maybe Watts or Merlot did it and then took that research back to an Atlas person, and the Atlas person used that to make Penny. So there's kind of a cycle of information trading here, and that could involve all 3 characters, if you will.
To those wondering why I'm using the gun so much, I'm trying to get a special upgrade. But I love the idea of her being sort of...
I used the gun for the entire level once because it's an achievement, but I got the achievement already. But yeah, I like it. But at the same time, what makes Neo interesting is that we don't know a lot about her. And so I feel like they really have to make her interesting because, then, like, I don't know, like, it'll change her character because if we only like her, I know, we only like her because, like, she's mysterious and everything, and so when that mystery's gone away, there better be something good under it or people aren't gonna like her as much anymore. Like, that's the only reason we like her is because she has mystery to her, and, like, that's it. So yeah, what I was saying before was, like, because the mystery is gonna be gone, there has to be something else that intrigues people, and I think you could continue to intrigue people by making sure you reveal her herself in small increments, so we never really know anything about her, but we can piece together it for ourselves. You understand what I mean?
like the idea of Neo being like 11 from Stranger Things.
Yeah. I haven't watched that show, but I agree with you. Like, I think that that's a good comparison. You know, we don't want to... We like her because she's mysterious, but then we like her for some other aspect of her, but we have to keep some of the mystery to her, else she won't be interesting anymore. You can keep that mystery by, like, okay, how did she meet Roman? Okay, how did she do this? Like, okay, what is her goal? What is her... You know, don't reveal all that. Like, keep some of the mystery there. And we'll
Truth be told, I'd probably be okay with her staying a complete anomaly through the entirety of the series.
Me too, and I also enjoy that, but I also kind of like this. I don't know, I just like a lot of our theories contradict each other a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot. And what I kind of mean by that is, I guess, is that, you know, we have theories about one thing, but then if that theory comes true, the other theory can't be true, you know? Like, this is what I said to Arnold, that's Murder of Birds, because we were talking about this kind of, like... And so, what I said to him was, like, I like to do the theories because I like the creative aspect of them. All of them can be wrong, but not all of them can be right. That's what I said, because we do so many that will contradict each other. Not all of them, like, not all of them could be right, but all of them could be completely wrong and never happen. And so I think that's the interesting side of all this, right? You know what I mean? Also, I like that I, like, worded things like that, because I feel like a genius, like a wordsmith genius, you know what I mean? But yeah. So that's it. That's kind of all I have to say about this. I really like this theory. I like things about Neo, and I understand Neo's popularity because I feel like that's why. Like, she's something we don't understand and we want to dissect her. And maybe somebody already did. But that's kind of what makes this interesting, you know what I mean? And so I like this. Yes. So that's basically all I have to say for this video. Hunter, if you have anything else that you want to add?
I like the theory as well. Although, honestly, I like more than the theory, I like the idea of never learning enough about Neo.
I know, but I feel like people will be so angsty.
Fuck him. That's the entire appeal of Neo.
Okay. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember that you can become a $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, or $100 patron over on our Patreon. All of them have varying rewards, but a lot of the rewards, no matter what tier you get, is some aspect of early access. If you cannot be a Patreon, though, because you can't smuggle your parents' debit card away from them for 5 minutes, I don't recommend you do that, by the way. That is a bad idea. Do not use your parents' debit card. That is illegal. You can instead join our Discord server and complain about how you tried to use your parents' debit card, and then I told you not to. So you guys can do that. We talk about RWBY a lot, understandably so, and if you randomly leave one day, maybe I'll use your theories, not lose your theories, because I kept it for, like, months. Like, I've had this theory for 6 months, and I've just been waiting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye!